You ready?
I think so.
Okay. We're going to call to order this meeting of the Valley Center Planning and Zoning Board for Tuesday, May 28th. For all those who are willing and able, we'll start with the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
Here, Jason.
Here.
Paul Schrader. Conley.
Here.
Brian Shelton. Berger.
Here.
Scott Phillips.
Here.
And Dalton Whitman.
Okay, if everybody's had a chance to see the agenda for tonight's meeting, are there any questions, comments? If not, I'll make a motion. We approve the agenda as presented.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor? Same for approval of draft third meeting, comments, additions. I move we approve the minutes as presented. Motion and second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any communications?
None, Chairman.
Thank you. All right, so we're going to jump right in to the first public hearing, which is a review of S 2024-01 application of the Douglas E. Kirkland Revocable Trust pursuant to City Code 1604 is petitioning for approval of final plat for land located southeast of the intersection of 77th Street and West Street here in Valley Center. I think we heard the preliminary plat last meeting, probably. And it's 7:03, so we'll go ahead and open up the public hearing.
Yes, I'm sorry. For some reason, our video isn't working, but looks like everything on the laptop is. So we will roll with that. All right. Good evening, everybody. Hope you all are having a fantastic end of May. As you saw last meeting on the preliminary plat, we do have now the application of the Douglas Kirkland Revocable Trust application for a final plat for the land located in the intersection of 77th and West Street, which is currently addressed as 7710 North West Street. As you see, if you read the staff report that Mr. Ryan Track put together, which was very in-depth in the final plat approval. We did receive the final plat with very minimal adjustments, if any, that you saw from the preliminary plat of Rio Bella Edition. I know that the city engineer is still doing the final review on the drainage analysis, as we did receive that last week, and so they're still awaiting their final report from PEC, just to make that note of record. However, city staff, we feel there's no issues moving forward with approving the final plat, as that's merely a drainage assessment and drainage report of the area. Everything else meets city standards and city specs when it comes to the final plat process for Rio Bella. I'll stand for any questions.
Thank you. I think we had a pretty good presentation last time, and there was someone here who asked questions, and I think most of them were addressed. So.
Yep, and that property owner lived just on the north side of 77. They had a question on basic kind of what was going on, making sure that nothing was changing with easements, drainage, some of those things with ditches on the north side, on which we don't foresee anything changing on Ford or 77th Street on that side. With open ditches on the south side that matches the north side. And then the easement that extends basically all the way east past the river, making sure that that was still adequate. And if I do recall, I believe he was concerned on the horse trails, making sure that that was still accessible from 77th, which it is.
Good, thank you. Any questions for Brent? Anybody in the audience like to speak on this topic? Applicant for the agent? Drive all the way up here and you have nothing to say? Give us your name and address, please.
Eric Glover, 1995 Midfield Road, Richmond. Applicant for the agent for the applicant.
I might have said it the wrong way too. probably echoed me. Do you have any questions for the agent, for the applicant? We had the developer was here last time, so they were able to answer questions, and so.
We try to mirror the north side.
I know that was a big concern.
It's very simple.
So is 77th, they're currently paved?
Yes.
It is. But that House Street right away, is that going to make it wider? Yeah, I couldn't remember if it was.
Would Eric respond to that and maybe the question himself?
But this plat dedicates, or is it just, is that, I assume that right away is already there?
It's just what it does, Mr. Chairman, is on the east side, it extends it to the river through lot 16.
Oh, yeah,
It's not
okay.
currently there.
Gotcha.
For our water and sewer future expansion to the west.
Got, yes, you
As
talked about
stated
that
in
last
previous
time.
meetings.
Thank you. I'm catching back up. Okay. Any questions, comments? Thank you. That was very insightful. Well, if there's no one else from the public who'd like to speak on this item at 7:08, we'll close the public hearing. Any questions, comments from the board? If not, based on the city staff recommendations, public comments, and discussion by the planning and zoning board, I make a motion to approve SD 2024-01.
And second.
A motion is second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you. Okay. Item number 2 is review of SD 2024-02 application of KWH Investments LLC pursuant to City Code 1604, who is petitioning for approval of preliminary plat for land located east of the intersection of Ford Street and Seneca Street. Currently address is 825 West 77th in Valley Center. Brian, it's your turn again. 7:09 will open the public hearing.
Good evening once again. It appears our videos are coming on, but folks can still hear us at home on YouTube, as well as see what my computer has. Sorry, we had issues, and the video cameras must have been affected in that. So I apologize for all the folks watching at home. This area is off of now Ford Street. People know it as West 77th, on the far east side of the river, almost to the far east boundaries, closer to Seneca Street and Broadway. What this is doing is taking one parcel and really dividing it into 5 lots. These are going to be larger estate style lots that I know there is already a potential buyer for lot 1, as we've been contacted by the potential buyer's agent. I'm asking about driveway approaches, and so those have been considered when reviewing this plat as well. The existing home, as you see in lot 2, has all the outbuildings currently used and mainly agricultural for horses. So that's the equine place there on the south side of Ford as you're driving east out of city limits, or driving into city limits, still on the south side of the road there. When it comes to lot sizes, they meet the requirements. These homes will be hooked up to city water. So I want to make sure that that is clear, that there is city water that runs on the north side for the most part. Sometimes it's south of the north side of Ford Street, all the way up on the valley. So as you see those fire hydrants on the north-hand side, that is city water main now, not rural water. And so it will pay one-time tap fee to rural water to then acquire that customer. just wanted to let you know that it is currently affected. All city standards.
Thank you, Brent. Sewers alternative system.
Yeah, sewers alternative, unfortunately, we did not quite have the funds available to justify running sewer.
Thank you. Any questions for Brent so far? If not, is there anybody in the audience who would like to speak on this item? Thank you, Dan. Any questions? Looks straightforward enough to me. Thank you. Appreciate that. There's no one else in the audience is here, so at 7:13, we'll close the public hearing. Any additional comments, questions from the board? Okay, if not, based on city staff recommendations, public comments, and discussion by the planning and zoning board, I make a motion to approve SD 2024-02.
Second.
A motion second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Thanks for coming in. Good to see you. Any old or unfinished business? Next item is old, unfinished business. None. New business says comprehensive plan discussion with Foster Design Associates.
Good evening once again. We're beginning the process now of updating our comprehensive plan that we did hire Foster Design Associates. Our first, I believe, committee meeting will be on June 13th. So make sure to mark your calendars. I believe that Brian has set that out before his departure to Goddard. Yes. But yes, it'll be at 6 p.m. on June 13th. I know.
That sounds about right.
Whoever the representatives are have been emailed. So they'll be. Of course, we'll give you updates along the way as we progress forward. It is a little bit of an expedited time frame. Sorry, the microphone's still. But we do feel we can still get this done and have it hopefully passed and approved by January of 2025. So that's our goal.
And there will be periodic updates for the full board.
Absolutely.
Are those, and not that those committee meetings, are those open to the public? Not that they need to be, I was just curious.
You know, that's not something that we discussed in the past.
Well, it doesn't need to be. I was mostly asking if anybody cared if I should. And I don't have to, but I didn't know if people could just sit in and listen or not.
We just don't want to have any quorums of any public boards.
That's a good point.
Because once you start having quorums, then of course, you know,
Could I ask? That's all good.
Yep. I'd prefer, we'll probably, you know, I'm a big advocate and when the system's actually working, which it obviously is not tonight, you know, of advertising and, you know, promoting on YouTube and then broadcasting it live in this room. it's a great opportunity for people to watch at their leisure or live if they
Yeah.
want.
That makes sense.
And then we can always go back and look at the records. A lot of things were said, like during the pool and recreation center meetings that folks had failed to recall. And so those are always great to reference back and say, well, yeah, we did talk about it for about 4 months, that one issue. So I always like having a lot of the committee meetings as much as we possibly can happen here in this room, the council chamber, just like this one that we can televise at least. If you can't see us, you can see the agenda and then hear the audio.
We're good.
Transparency is number one.
Do you know what the committee makeup is? And we probably were told that before. Don't worry about it if you don't have it. I was just curious. Sorry, I mean, hold your. Yeah, don't worry about it. It's not really excessive. I was just curious.
We'll find out.
Very good.
We'll get it.
Thank you. Well, it's good to hear us moving forward. Thank you for the update.
That's all I have for the comment.
Well, thank you. Any items by board members?
Everything else moving progressively smoothly on the Meridian and on the road work and what have you? No hiccups or still on schedule?
Yeah, we had.
You say council meetings,
We did have two. So,
Paul is Elton. Ron, Colbert. Tim Hoffman. Folks at large, which we were only going to take 3, but then we had 4 applicants. We're going to turn 1 down, especially if they're citizens.
yeah, no, good for you. Yeah. Yeah.
I want to make sure you saw that. So Meridian Avenue is progressing nicely as we continue to move forward with that project. Right now, I know I just looked, and today they got the curb line, the rest of it poured all the way to 5th, right before the storm inlet, by just on the north side of the Hornets Nest, Daylight Donuts, or not Daylight Donuts, I'm sorry, Hornets Nest. On the north side of that driveway is poured all the way up to that point. Most of the driving lane should be done by the end of next week. Should be the rest of the pouring on the east side of the road. And then within a week, probably about a week after that is when we'll flip traffic and we'll put everybody on the east side of the road. And then it will take about 8 to 9 weeks to tear out and replace, put storm drain on those things on the west side of the road, along with that 8-foot sidewalk. So what you see on the east side, that's a 6-foot sidewalk. And then on the west side will just be put on each side forward. If you see any gray or silver conduit kind of sticking up, that's where those beautiful decorative lights, light poles will be going. Those light poles will have American flag sticking underneath of the light, of course, so they stay lit. And then on the back side will be community banners. Valley Print Logistics
Nice.
And then as we move forward with the project, of course, we'll continue to talk to the property owners, but we'll wait until kind of the seeding and those things to kind of figure out and meet with each property owner individually when it comes to tree placement. So of course, you want to wait until you see, on grades, slopes, widths, everything. Something's changed during construction. I'm sure Council Board President James can attest to that not everything that's on paper exactly when it comes to plans. That's why we haven't talked to each property owner individually. We're looking at about, I think it's 78 trees, replacing about 46 that were, so a few more back. And so looking forward to working with Valley Center Tree Board and outdoor spaces folks to meet those property owners and come up with whatever trees will work best in their locations. There will be some that will have to be planted on private property. Those are going to be the larger ones, or oaks, big maples. And so we'll have to work with the property owner to see if they would like that. We don't anticipate acquiring any right away. Less maybe one this free tree. Some folks will have 2 trees, 3 trees, 1 tree. It all depends on kind of how it plays out in the eyes of our arborists. Looking good.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, when it rained, that drainage is so much better on that east side right now. There's water that's pouring over from the west side, getting over onto the new pavement to get into the storm drain. So I have to wait until all of the storm drains are in on the west side as well. And really that flooded issue. Also been rain.
Yeah, I see the gradient difference on that east, the newly poured stuff versus what the west is. That gradient is really gonna make a difference.
Of course, there's always some travel. That's not great. So I know folks are a little nervous, like, oh, it looks like you're gonna be driving the sidewalk.
Yeah.
That's what all your roads are, you don't realize when you drive down. What the difference is from being flat to an actual road.
That gives everybody a chance to see what a road actually looks like when it's being built.
It's exciting, I mean,
It is actually pretty cool.
do want to make sure everyone knows that it's 20 miles an hour, please stop speeding. When I was walking in today, there's been some, I mean, they have, those people are working, they got paid.
I don't understand that. I mean, we do have enough potholes on that west side thing.
You big. One of those is slow down, but I do appreciate everybody's patience along the east side, and hopefully everyone on the west side is as patient as major construction project. I know I was contacted by a few folks during the past storms the last couple of weeks, and folks have said, "Hey, I don't know what grading would look like if those trees happened."
Oh, yeah.
Just the storm, the winds, and everything.
Oh, yeah. Well, good. Thanks for the update. Anything else? Motion to adjourn?
Second.
All those in favor?